Namaskar, everyone, and welcome to meditation for well-being. And this is a reminder to those of us who may have forgotten that we are not the body. The body is a human animal, at most. A member of the animal chain. Your body is an animal. An animal. You are the driver inside of the body, not the animal. But you can behave like an animal when the driver is totally identified with the human animal. So in all these sessions, I'm focused on centering in that part of you that you can view your animalistic nature. And I mean that in a good sense. Not to put down this creature that we live in, but to treat it for what it really is, and to treat it with a lot of love, in the same way that we would treat our pets. Can your body become your pet? Can you learn to feed it at the right time, put it to bed at the right time? Don't overstress it. Take time to spend with it like we're doing now. In the same way that you take care of a pet, the same way you need to take care of this. Some of us take better care of our pets than the human animal. So I hope that you can appreciate your humanity for what it is. It is a primal nature, which means that it can behave like a reptile because it has that part of the brain, reptilian brain, at the brain stem. It's a limbic brain which shows the emotions, and if coupled with a reptilian brain, you know what can happen. Limbic and reptilian, what can happen in combination. But because we are the human species, we have what is called a neocortex, the upper fold of the brain. And that is where the intellectual thinking is. And we can use the intellect in two directions, like a knife. To build or to destroy. So hopefully, like the prayer of the Hindus, the Gayatri, that we'll use the intellect in the light and not in the darkness. I hope that you can really enjoy this session because I tried to let you nourish your body from the inner space by channeling energies to the body. From the best qualities that your soul can express. In and through the body. But of course, the mind that is there in the soul, the ego mind, can be restless. So you can well imagine what you can channel, or what you're channeling, consciously or unconsciously, in and through the body, when you don't have control over the mind or emotional nature. Then you don't drive this animal in the best way. So the reason why I have these sessions is that you can center in your best nature as a soul and channel the finest energies of your soul in and through the body. Okay, so let's make the best use of this session today. I certainly would. And I pray that you too would. Okay? Let's take a moment. I think we should close the eyes, that you can begin to observe from within, undistracted by the outside. And notice you have the power to breathe. That's an amazing power you have to draw oxygen at will into the body. How much you want. And not only to draw oxygen, but also to draw through subtle channels prana or chi, life force energy. So just breathe out slowly, consciously, completely, no haste. And then breathe in slowly, consciously, and deeply. Open the belly to breathe because you want full lung breathing. Open the rib cage to breathe. Take the shoulders back and up that you can complete the breath, filling the upper lobes of the lungs. And do this rhythmically, no haste. Breathing out slowly, breathing in slowly. So basically you're bringing the body into balance and you're letting go of stresses. Now you're not doing this for me, you're doing it for you. So the test should be how well you feel. When you open the belly to breathe, there's a different experience. Your core vitality increases. When you open the chest to breathe, the experience is a little different. You're breathing into the emotional energetic center, and you're strengthening the heart plexus of nerves. And then breathe into the throat area, opening up the upper lobes of the lungs, coming into deep silence and focus with the mind. And then pause at the end of the out-breath and wait till the body needs the breath again, and then breathe out. So you're breathing in rhythm with the body's needs. And you breathe out slowly and completely and pause. And then wait until the body needs the breath. And then breathe in again. Remember, full lung breathing. Opening up the belly to breathe, the rib cage, lifting the shoulders, and taking them back. Center the midpoint of the eyebrows. You're likely to feel, if you're energetically awakened, an energy center there that stabilizes the mind and brings better focus to what you're doing. Now just experiment for a little bit by opening up the heart and allowing the face muscles to relax. There should be a gentle smile in the face. You're happy with yourself and the world. Let go of everything else. A smile so gentle that you can keep it without any stress on the face muscles. And then begin to observe the mind. Because you want a peaceful mind, a restful mind. And that can be a challenge for a lot of us. But if you take your attention along the spinal column, as you breathe in and breathe out, you have a greater opportunity to calm the mind. Mind and breath are intimately connected. one supports the other. So peaceful mind, rhythmical breath, loving heart, and begin to become conscious of what belly breathing does, chest breathing does, and clavicular or upper breathing does. Now this is a meditation by itself. It nourishes, de-stresses, revitalizes, restores. Look at the restoration that happens when you do the belly breathing. The gut is a fire center. It warms up the body. Improves the digestion. And then breathe into the heart. Now, no sleepiness allowed. So you want to make sure that you are nourishing with enough gross breathing. And for those of you who may have eaten too much lunch, you really need the belly breathing. Stomach should be light for meditation. Stay in the present moment, fully aware of the present. Don't allow your mind to drift into the past or the future. Just stay anchored in the present and the amazing possibilities of well-being through meditation. For those of you who experience sleepiness, belly and chest breathing should dominate. Now there's a magic in being, in sitting together with each other. We all support the space when our being gets connected to the infinite space. We all support the space. And then there is the evolutionary energy of Kundalini. That is the inner guide. See if you can tune in with her. But your intention should be well-being. Once your intention is well-being, she will guide it. She'll guide the breathing, she'll guide the heart, she'll guide the mind. Once the intention is well-being. To hold that intention of being well emotionally, mentally, physically. Now there's a secret in non-doing and doing. And that a part of us is in non-doing awareness. And a part of us is in the doing awareness. So you want doing to happen in a space of non-doing. Non-doing is to observe a part of you that's anchored in infinite peace and love and goodness and compassion. That's a non-doing center. And the doing center is the center of intention, attention, focus. And now I'm going to be active with you in the doing space from a center of non-doing. Let's see if you can Connect with my space until it becomes your space, our space. Stay with me. I'm recharging every level of energy. I'm exploring all the energy centers and recharging them. You can find me there. I'm holding all of you in my consciousness. Now you can nourish your brain by focusing on the third eye, at the medulla point inside, at the brainstem, holding that combination firmly. For those of you who can feel the third eye, will automatically feel that point. Focus on the spinal column, because now you're establishing the Manas chakra, and focus on the spinal column. And then when you breathe, using Ujjayi, slight constriction of the glottis at the throat, you will actually feel that there's energy that goes to your brain when you do that. You're practicing this in a field of energy that can help you to locate it easily. And you can breathe either subtly or you can bring more air in, grossly. So you nourished the brain with both oxygen and prana. You can practice with gross breathing, just open the nostril to breathe more oxygen. With that third eye focus. Or if you feel so inclined, restrict the oxygen and breathe the prana. It works. And keep a firm abdominal center. Muscles should be firm as you do this. So you get that additional power of the gut. And you can hold your knees as you do it. And here you will find that you are more spinal column aware. And your brain is being nourished. And if you go a little deeper to the perineum area and you contract that muscle there, and you hold that together with the third eye, then you're doing spinal breathing. That's what I do all the time in my meditation to nourish the body. With both prana and oxygen. And do it in the awareness of what your body needs. Observe what happens when you hold the abdomen firm, the gut power that you feel. And then if you feel like having just a still breath, just holding the breath either outside or inside. Explore what happens when you do. Hold the full long breath, or hold the breath with on the exhalation, with the same process. The body comes alive. And if there's any area in your body, anywhere, where you're feeling pain, or disturbance, you can breathe out to that area, and as you breathe in, focus on the wholeness or well-being of that area with the in-breath. And hold the breath in that particular area, as though you're impregnating the area with prana, from the mind and from the breath. And as you breathe out, feel that you're breathing away all stresses from that point. It's an amazing practice with a controlled and focused mind. You can send energy to your liver, or to your spleen, or to your gut, or to the heart, or to the throat area. Just explore. It's your own body. It's your own energy system. And you have an inner guide. Now take a moment to just focus on all your body cells, bone cells, blood cells, the cells of your organs within, nerve cells, brain cells, and hold them in the consciousness of well-being, in the awareness of, I love you, my body. You're God's gift to me. I love you, my every cell. You're so precious to me. The mind feeds it prana through your intention, and the breath feeds it through pranic currents. Focus on the warmth that comes from every cell, from the mitochondrial action. And then open up the belly to breathe as you communicate with your body. It's the power center, the fire center. That fires up metabolic power within the body, within the cells. I do a quick in and out breath there, at the navel. Firm abdominal muscles. Until I feel revitalized there in the core. And now give attention to the heart. Just breathe into the heart. loving your heart cells. Breathe out from there. Hold the breath for a moment in the heart. Just strengthen the plexus. And breathe out when the body wishes. And now give attention to the world around you through the body's field, through the senses. Become conscious of the light that you can sense through the eyes, even though closed. Give attention to the earth awareness. Give attention to the energy of plant and animal life around you that shares the energy space. So our physical body is part of a physical world. And we can hold that world and our bodies in a shared space of consciousness and subtle energy, prana. And hold the intention for well-being of this coexistence, humankind and all of life. Let there be peace, love and harmony in our collective energy field. Let there be peace everywhere. I open my heart that the infinite love of my being will flow in and through me into my world. That my peace that emerges from a quiet mind may flow into my world. That the goodness of my heart flow into my world. I am a center of peace and love and goodness. And I share that with my world. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all be awakened to the inner light, the light of goodness and truth, compassion, kindness. And may we be instruments of peace and love in a dark world. And join me now as you chant. First, the Om sound to energize the body, and then we go into the Mahamrutyunjaya mantra. That speaks to universal consciousness and to letting go of all attachments and disease, unhealthy attachments and disease, and for uniting in immortal consciousness, Mahamrutyunjaya, the death-defying mantra. So let's begin with the Om. Breathing out. In. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mokshiyam mamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhem pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor Mokshiyam Amritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this brings us to the end of our session today. I hope that you've been nourished as you ought to be, and that you're ready for a good rest, those of you who are going to bed now, and those of us who have more hours in the day, that we make the best use of it in heightened awareness. How beautiful these sessions are. This is what I do every day from the moment I get up. I nourish my body first. My animal. I sleep with him, I wake up with him. I nourish him. Sometimes he wants to run away and I hold him back with all the sights, and reminds me of my dog. When my dog sees other dogs around, then I have to hold her back. She gets excited. And so with the human animal senses certain things around, it naturally arises inside. But when the animal is well trained, you have the best experience of it. So just remember that. At most this is a human animal, but you are not. You look through the eyes from another space. You operate the vocal cords from another space. The secret to that space is along the spinal column. The secret to that space is beyond the brain. It's deeper than the mind. It is the center of being. Know that space. That's where all the secrets lie. I feel blessed to have met masters who could have led me there, by their presence, by their teachings, and by their examples. So thank you, everyone. And those of you here, you have the opportunity of joining the Amrit Cafe for refreshments, if you will. Or you can just enjoy the space. Have a blessed day, everyone. Namaskar.